Hey everyone, it's Char from Char's Fashionist. You might wonder what I'm doing. I'm actually going to see how this turns out. Christine, pay attention. You might like this. Okay, so Rob got this book. It was a church cookbook from someone. I don't even remember who gave it to him. And he gave it to me. So we're going to try extra easy carrot cake, but we're going to use the gluten-free from King Arthur Baking Company. Yes, I do understand that gluten-free is a little different consistency than your regular flour. And since this is a measuring flour, it will go great with that recipe. You see that? The rest of it, I believe, no, that's raw apple cake. Anyway, so here's this recipe. So took a picture of that so I could put it on this video at the end, unless you want to take a screenshot. So yeah, let's get going on this. I am not gonna prop my phone up to do this video, so I'm going to follow the instruction on here. I already have the oven set for 350. And now we need to mix all ingredients together, fold. I'm not putting walnuts and raisins. I am putting carrot. But honestly, if you wanted to add an extra sweet to this, if you have brown sugar, add that, or some honey. Since it's carrot cake, I'm going to suggest that you can have it at almost any time of the day. So I'm using the raw sugar. I'm using this imitation vanilla, that brand of cinnamon in it, and this is the baking soda. I believe, yep, baking soda, because it does call for that. Anyway, so let me get everything in the bowl. Silly me. I just realized, I was like, wait, isn't there not enough wet ingredient in here? Now, we're not going to do the weird whipped cream topping to this. No. This does need, silly me, it needs oil or applesauce. Well, we don't have applesauce, I don't think. But I do have extra virgin olive oil. That would work. It says oil, doesn't say what kind. But I just realized we have these superfood and they don't expire until next year. How about that? So I think instead of oil, I will, or it's the closest thing we have in the house to applesauce. So even though it says smoothie, it's more of an applesauce consistency. So I'm gonna go with that in this. So now we'll just get it all together. Now, in this bowl, I already have the flour, as you can see. I have the baking soda in there, and I did put some of the cinnamon. Now, I know this might sound weird to some people, but I'm going to beat the eggs in this bowl and add sugar and vanilla with a bit of honey, and then that will go over here because we're going to go ahead and put the rest of the carrot in. Okay, now that we have the carrot in there, the next thing we're going to do is those eggs and the sugar and some vanilla. Beat that, and then we will start adding that part, which should be the oil, which is 1.5 cup. 1.5 cup of oil, or half. Man, that would be a lot of freaking oil if I did it that way. So that's why we're going to use this. I believe each one of these is a cup. Now what I'm doing with the sugar is I'm adding a little bit at a time. And the reason that you want to do that is because you don't want this to be clumpy and lumpy, because clumpy and lumpy just doesn't make for something good. You know. Honestly, I'm surprised that this cake does not call for milk, but maybe back in their day they couldn't afford it. I think we all know how that feels. So I think this 1 cup will go in there, and the rest of the cup I'll just go ahead and put in dry here. So other than that, I think this might whisk a little too thick if I add the 2nd cup in there. But I will add the vanilla. Get that open real quick. Yep. Get that open. Everybody knows how they measure. 1, 2, 3 times the Char. That's how I do it. I don't know about you. Everybody does their baking a little different. There we go. It's almost like an applesauce consistency, but a little gooier. Okay, so now I'm going to pause and put the other cup of sugar in there, and we're going to add that, and then we'll go to this part and we'll put it in a pan. Okay, I got you in my left hand while I'm using my right hand. So there goes that egg mixture. I'm going to put you down for a minute, but I'm actually not putting you down. I just have to set you down. Okay, now that the egg is in there, let's just put a little bit of honey. We're not going to put too much. Honey is something else that you could substitute oil with honey. In case you didn't know that, now you do. Or you can substitute your oil with melted butter. And make sure it's not fake butter. Unless, of course, you can't have dairy. But now I'm going to put this in. Okay, so that's 1 packet in there, and then I'm going to add the other packet. I'm not even sure if that's a full one. We'll find out in a minute. These are interesting how they open. If I could just do it with both hands, right? Okay, so I'll show you this one. They both have the same expiration date. So even if this wasn't the full amount and that honey one in there is a substitute, that honey would have made up for it. So yeah, we're gonna get this mixed together. Okay, now after mixing this, because you honestly need 2 hands for this, that is a good batter. By the way, it tastes good too. Not saying that I tasted a lot of it, but if you're like me, you like the extra dash of cinnamon in there. Yes, yes ma'am, yes, yes please. Cinnamon is a good antioxidant. Don't use too much of it. You can add ginger to this without Marianne. You get the Gilligan Island joke if you're a Gen X. So let me get a pan, and we'll put this in the oven. Not gonna lie, I just took another taste after I added that extra cinnamon in there. You know, gotta like that bowl. And look how much came out of the bowl. Oh my god, I'm so excited. So now the instruction is this goes in on 350 for an hour. We're gonna keep an eye on it, because if we can use a regular recipe for our gluten-free needs, heck yes. That's why I was excited to make this carrot cake. I love carrot cake. Okay, everyone, this smells fantabulous. Oh my god. This has like 20 minutes on the clock, but we're gonna go ahead and check that. Y'all, that is done. I put the fork in. I did the bounce test. I'm gonna let this cool. I'm gonna shut that oven off and the light. I'm gonna let this cool. And while this is cooling, and nobody is to touch it. All right, Rob, how does this make the house smell right now?
Nice.
Like a bakery.
Good.
This gluten-free flour, I'm going to tell you right now, so far has been a game changer for a lot of things because it bakes quicker than regular flour. If it was regular flour, it would have taken longer. So we're going to let this cool. Oh, and I'll let you know how long I had on the clock. Okay, there was still like 18 minutes left on the clock. This thing is done. Let's let this rest. Okay, this is still cooling off. It's almost cooled down enough. So now we are going to make, yes, that's right, that's goat cheese. I do have this out. And then I have the Tillamook. Tillamook, I can't give you up, period. Ever. And I would never ask them to go mooless. Unless, of course, they want to do goat cheese. I don't got no problem with that. Anyway, this is the strawberry. Seriously, strawberry cream cheese. Now, what I'm going to do over here, instead of making a frosting or an icing, I'm going to make a honey goat cheese strawberry cream cheese glaze in here. And that's also why we have the milk out. A lot of people will be like, ew, you're going to use milk. It is coconut. It is coconut. Somebody milked the coconuts, people. Toasted nuts. Anyway, so I'm gonna get all this in here. First, what we're going to do is turn this to 3 1/4. It's like a medium. Now I did add confectioner sugar in this. Rob was over there having a little snack. He'll be snacking on some of this after a while. But there is no butter in this. There's just the goat cheese and the Tillamook cream cheese in this with a hint of vanilla and some of the, like I said, the powdered sugar in here. Accidentally made a mess. That'll be cleaned up though. So I'm going to turn this back up. I turned it down a bit, so I got to turn it back up a little. And then when this is melted down, really good. This is melting really good. Sorry, I had you over there. And I did put some coconut milk. It's nutty in here. What? Anyway.
No.
It's coconut milk. We have this little joke going on about it being nut milk. What kind of nut was milked, you know? Like that. Sure it is. Okay, hold on. It's milk from a coconut, just not the nut that he's no longer married to. Because that's always good. You've been free for how long? Let's not use the word free. He's been single for a while. 4 years now. Been single for 4 years. And no, he's not looking. He's single. Don't give up. Look, you're single. You just shouldn't mingle. Too many weirdos out there anymore. So what I'm going to do, cook's trick on the back of the spoon. Did not touch the pan. Oh my God. Okay, clean spoon. All right, you have to come taste this. Okay, I'm gonna have Rob taste it. What do you think? He's not used to such rich food, by the way.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
So, like I said, it's a different way to do a glaze for any pastry. Back in the day when I lived in Philly, I did this one thing at the security desk, and one of my neighbors was Golden Girl from Power 99. Hey girl. Anyway, and I had done some pastries and set them out around the security desk. My fork there. I must put that in the sink. Anyway, and she really enjoyed the pastries. And hold on, I need to find that fork. Okay, so what I did was just jab it with the fork. I know you probably can't see that. And then what we do is we take our glaze, make sure that's still hot. Now remember, this has strawberries in it. We're just gonna put that right over that cake. All right, even though I look like total shit and don't even care, it is time for a bite. That right there. What do you think, Rob? Wow.
That's really good.
I tweaked that recipe, by the way.
When don't
If I can improve a recipe, I will actually do it. I think you all know that. Why? Yeah. I thought this was paused or something. But, oh my gosh. This, y'all. This right here. And knowing that it came out that fluffy with the gluten-free flour.
It's not as heavy as the regular.
Exactly. It's not heavy like that regular carrot cake. It's not overly sweet. Some carrot cake can be overly sweet, right? Except for this one. This is fabulous. And no raisins. No raisins, no walnuts, carrots. If you, hold on. If you want to sneak carrots to people that say, ooh, I hate carrots, put that in a carrot cake. Try to follow my recipe. This is the best carrot cake I have ever made, period. Like I was saying, one of my neighbors that I had in Philly was Golden Girl from Power 99. She would ask me about the baked goods sometimes. I'd be like, what you need? I'm like, and when do you need it? And then I'd have it made for her. She'd be like, girl, that was quick. Of course. And all my neighbors used to come to me for like their pecan pie, their pumpkin pie, just all the different pies and cakes and breads and cinnamon roll. Oh, and the sweet potato pie made with the correct sweet potato root. Absolutely. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. And I hope you all stay happy, stay healthy, stay positive, and as always, stay blessed. I'm going to eat the rest of that. How do you like it, Rob?
It's gone.
It's gone off his plate. And that speaks volumes. Anyway, because he can be picky sometimes. So with that said, I believe I did my outro, right?
Nope.
Stay happy, stay healthy, stay positive, and as always, stay blessed. I will see you in the next one. Bye. Good morning, everyone. This is a little extra excerpt for this because the cake has been in the refrigerator all night. And you know, Rob and I tried it warm. That was good. And now my son's out here to try it with us. What do you think?
Good.
I have to say, next day, when it's chilled, what do you think, Rob? You like it better chilled?
Yeah.
So do I. It's good warm. It's better chilled. Oh my.